Hey you, ready to dive into something pretty cool? We're going to be taking a look at the RhythmSpeak Induction Frame today.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's like this tool, this incredible tool for basically adding new moves into RhythmSpeak. Have you ever seen like a blueprint or like a schematic?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like that, but for a movement.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can imagine like a video in the center, and then around it are all these labeled sections, and they all break down like every single thing about a particular move.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, and it's not just recording the move, it's like it helps you understand the move, like on a deeper level.
Yeah, what I think is so interesting is how the frame kind of guides you through the analysis of it. It's like you're given this roadmap to like documentation and standardization.
Totally.
Which is super important because that makes sure that everything that goes into RhythmSpeak is like thoroughly looked at and carefully described.
Right, and it's like each section is kind of like a different lens, I guess you could say, right? Focusing on a different aspect.
Yeah, like a different facet.
Yeah. So, for example, right in the middle, you have the video. It's the heart of it all. And they even include timestamps for duration and notes about, things like the footwear they're wearing or the speed of the video.
Yeah, those details matter a lot.
They do.
Like a small change in speed or even footwear can like change the whole feel of a move.
It's crazy.
It really is. It's amazing how they really captured all the nuances of it.
For sure. And then right next to the video, you see this like section that says official RhythmSpeak lexicon induction. And this is where things get real because it's like the move's graduation ceremony. Like once it's there, it's officially recognized as part of the language.
It's like they're giving it a stamp of approval,
Yeah.
like it's met all the requirements and it's ready to be used.
Exactly. And then just below that, there's this section called detailed information. And this is where stuff gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Because it records like the day of the induction and like what speech category the moves belongs to. Like, is it a verb? Is it a noun, an adjective? And then even things like the point move index and the performance energy spectrum.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I'm very curious about those metrics because it seems like they hold a ton of information about the move.
Oh, yeah. They're really fascinating.
Like its complexity, the energy behind it. But maybe that's a conversation for another time.
It's fascinating stuff. We could talk about that for a whole nother episode, but for now, let's stick with the frame.
Oh, sounds good. What else is there?
We've still got more sections to uncover.
Lead the way. What's next?
Okay, so right below the detailed information section, you have appendages placement. And this is like the grammar guide for the move. Yeah, it gives you insights into like all the nuances, the grammar of it, how it works with other moves, suggestions for placement in communication, like should it go at the beginning of the sentence or the end?
Wow. It shows how much thought goes into like integrating each new move into the language, right? It's like building a house and carefully considering like where each brick goes to make sure that the structure is strong.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. Like every move has its place and its purpose within the whole system.
Yeah, and to keep track of everything, there's like a reference number in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, like a unique fingerprint for the move.
Yeah, like their own Dewey Decimal System, but for movements.
Exactly.
I love it. They thought of everything.
They really did.
When you're creating a whole new language,
Yeah.
I guess you got to keep track of it all.
Yeah, definitely. And as it grows, it can get pretty complex. So it's good to have these kinds of systems in place.
Absolutely. What else is catching your eye?
So up in the top left corner, you have language translations, which this section is all about making RhythmSpeak accessible to everybody.
Global.
Yeah. It translates the meaning of the move into different languages, so it shows you how RhythmSpeak can be used for communication across cultures.
I love that. It's like they're building bridges between cultures through movement.
It really is.
That's powerful stuff. Now, there's one section that I am really intrigued by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the tentative literary signature, and it's located in the bottom middle left. What is that all about?
Well, this one is one of the more abstract parts of the frame.
Okay.
You can think of it as like capturing the artistic essence of the move or like the symbolic identity of the concept that it represents.
Interesting.
It is kind of mysterious, I'll admit, and probably something we should explore another time.
It definitely makes me curious.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even create a signature for a movement? What does that look like?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's finish our tour.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
What's the last stop on this tour?
So finally, we have descriptions notes in the bottom left.
Okay.
And this section gives you step-by-step instructions on how to perform the move correctly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this ensures clarity and consistency across the board.
So it's like a visual dictionary. But instead of just defining the word, it also shows you like how to use it in a sentence.
Exactly. The RhythmSpeak Induction Frame really goes beyond basic documentation.
It really does.
It actually illuminates like the creative process of language development and the analytical process of language development, and it makes it accessible and engaging.
Yeah. You know, it's like a window into a whole new way of thinking about language and communication.
I think so too.
Really exciting to see how it all evolves.
It certainly is, and every new move that gets added to RhythmSpeak just brings us closer and closer to a future where movement and expression are at the forefront of how we communicate.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really inspiring.
It is, and it makes you think like, wow, if we can develop this language that's based on movement, what else can we do?
Right, like what other possibilities are there?
Yeah, this is really cool.
It is, yeah. It really is a testament to like the creator's vision, you know?
Yeah.
He's really thought of everything.